This is the podcast
of stuff.
Welcome to the podcast
Of stuff.
Okay, I did have an idea about singing that in a Batman-esque tone, as this
Of
is
stuff.
yeah
Of stuff.
podcast.
Of stuff.
Yeah, so this is a Batman vs Superman preview special. No spoilers, we haven't seen it yet,
No, we haven't seen it. We're not lucky enough to see it yet.
but this is our chance to talk about it and get something recorded before we do see it.
Yeah, because the next one will be an excited, possibly doing it after we've both seen it
Yeah,
the next day type thing.
yeah. Have to see how that goes. But yeah, so as we speak now, it's Tuesday. What are we? 22nd.
22nd of March 2016, and my hole is only 4 and a bit inches.
Yeah, and our 7th podcast, I believe, or 8th.
Number 8.
8th.
Number
Wow,
8.
8 already.
Been doing this since Feb.
Yeah, yeah. It's taken me that long to get most of the map as well.
Yeah, well, you're doing well.
But yeah. So there should be the second one that goes up today as well. I'm hoping to get them up today. So yeah. So we just watched another trailer for it. So the final one, I believe.
It's the final one before the film, yeah. They released it this morning, early hours.
Yeah.
So last night in the States where they released it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's much better this one. This time you don't get to see Batman headbutting Superman.
No.
He kicks him.
He kicks him. Yeah, that's quite cool.
I bet in his head he's going, yeah, karate kick.
And we just watched what was that footage called?
The B-roll footage.
B-roll footage.
Yeah.
So there's no audio on most of it, but you can
No.
see them setting up certain scenes and talking. So that was quite cool.
And the real life, and the real life noise of that Batmobile is awesome.
Yeah, we were just saying that, and I said that obviously we played Arkham Knight a bit, and it sounds quite very similar to the engine.
It does.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. So it's added another little bit of excitement to it already.
Very much. I can't wait. If I'm not going to the 12:01 Thursday night one, I am going to the 11:15.
Yeah.
11:15 Friday morning one.
Yeah.
And I don't care how many kids I have to beat out my way.
Well,
So I
hopefully
will.
none.
Oh no, it's Good Friday. I will have to beat someone.
Yeah, it's going to be. I would have thought that'll be full.
No, it's alright. They just get Batman slap.
Yeah.
You know.
I might
stuff
take
like
a photo of everyone who's in there for the midnight, because I'm going to that. I might take a photo of everyone who's in there, and you can match it up the next day and see who's been to the one the night before and the following morning, because that's pretty hardcore.
Or
Yeah.
just take a photo before and after.
Yeah.
You go front of the screen and just go, whoa, before we start, I'm going to come around and take an individual photo of all of you.
All of you.
And then once we finish, you're going to sit and I'm going to take another photo of all of you.
Yeah, they'll all have open mouths, hopefully, at the end.
Yes. This is not for my personal collection. This is an experiment.
Yeah. So I was saying that I've avoided most of apart from what we've seen in trailers, I've avoided looking at the actual plot, because I want to let it unfold.
Well, here we go then. I'll tell you everything I know.
Yeah, I mean, I know how it begins from Clark's point of view,
Yeah.
Clark Kent's point of view, but yeah, go ahead, you probably know more about this than I do.
Actually, I've stayed away from it all. I was just going to annoy you by it. I know basics. I know I talk like I'm the kind of informed one sometimes,
Yeah.
but really I'm not.
Well, you're fairly informed, I would say.
No, it's called boredom.
Yeah.
But no, man, I'm all hugely excited. I'm looking forward to what they do with Doomsday.
Yeah.
How they wrap it all up at the end to lead into Justice League.
Yeah.
Darkseid's gonna, they've got his emblem in the desert of a broken city. I want to see what type of dream sequence that is, whose it is.
Yeah.
Because that could be any of the Trinity's dream sequence.
Yeah.
That could be
Batman thinking about him. And
yeah, that could be all of them, mind.
Yeah.
You know, there's a movie clip that was on. I haven't showed you none of them yet. You should really watch them.
Okay.
There's about 8 of them being released last week. In last week, and there's one where you got Legs talking to Superman, going, "You will go to him and you will fight to the death." And Superman's just looking at him. Well, and you know.
Yeah, that's much more exciting than what I know about the film, which is that Clark Kent starts off going to Perry White
about the Batman
and the sightings and wanting to cover it, and Perry White's not interested. I think that's all I've
Perry White's not interested because I got a feeling we've got Batman 20 years, and there's got to be a thing about Perry White not already knowing who the Batman is, not who he is, not of Bruce Wayne, but knowing that there is a Batman of Gotham. And
well, everyone must know Batman at this point, surely.
Yeah, there's a Batman of Gotham, and he scares the shit.
Yeah. And
Perry White's going to know about it all. And I reckon he's going to have a file on the Joker and all them people. And it would be nice. Perry gives in at one point and gives him his file. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just surmising now. I don't actually think that they're going to show anything like that in the film because that's showing too much. There was rumours when one of the writers wrote that when they were writing the film, they did have plans to shove the Riddler and the Joker in the film.
Right.
Who knows? They could be in it.
It would be shoving them in, though, wouldn't it?
Well, they could have mentions. You know, we've got the Robin suit in it, so I'm thinking they could have a flashback there quickly.
Yeah, possibly.
Because you know, Batman seems to be prone to some sort of flashback because he's always in agony about something.
Yeah, of course, that's his character, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You know, he stubbed his toe. He'd be in agony for that for about a week. You know, he'll mourn that toe for a month.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. There's one scene in it actually that I saw in the trailer, which is where he's talking to Lois. Superman's talking to Lois.
Yeah.
And he basically says, I don't think I got the line right, but he says that Superman was never real.
No, it was just a dream by a farmer in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. His foster father, obviously.
Yeah, and that was a big thing about Man of Steel, really, when Kevin Costner's character, Mr. Kent, was basically saying, "Don't show anyone. People are going to be scared of you," and all that. Yeah. And it's coming to fruition, really, in a way.
Yeah.
You know, and.
But he had a point.
He did have a point, you know. Like Superman could have, like that scene in Man of Steel where Superman, where Clark Kent's foster father dies in a hurricane. Superman could have been in there so quick.
Yeah.
No one would have seen it anyway.
Yeah. I know a lot of people had a problem with that, didn't they?
I didn't because I got it.
Yeah, I got it. Because they explained it in the sense that it was a whole thing if he told him not to do that no matter what. Yeah. And then at the sort of ultimate time for him to do it, he listened to what his father told him. Yeah,
and that shows how much he loved his foster father.
Yeah.
You know,
but that when we see that moment in the trailer, that kind of almost treats it a little bit flippantly. Do you think? I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing because Superman has to evolve, but he might be in a different place now.
He's probably it's 2 years since the events of General Zod.
Yeah.
We know that from the clips they've shown you. You haven't seen that clip yet.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, there's a scene where Batman's talking to Alfred in the clip, and he's going, "It's 2 years since Metropolis, and all them people died."
Okay.
You know, he was doing that big scene which we've seen bits of, with him telling, and where Alfred's going, "This is not our enemy," and all that. And
I've seen that part.
Yeah. So, but there's a bit before.
Right.
They showed it. It's only about 30 seconds long, something like that they've been showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Was it Campier earlier that you watched on YouTube? Where I think we just watched it, but didn't he say about Alfred? This is very similar to the animated series version
of Alfred and Batman's relationship.
Quite snarky.
Yeah,
he's seen it. It was a non-spoiler review for anyone to go and watch it. But
and to be perfectly honest, Alfred should be a bit snarky. He's ex-special forces.
Yeah, I mean, you had little bits of sort of wit from Michael Caine, obviously, didn't you? But it was very light-hearted at the time.
Well, he's ex-special forces in certain comics you read.
Yeah.
In the New 52, Alfred was always born to be the Wayne Butler.
Yeah.
You know, and and Alfred's father didn't like the fact that Alfred was enjoying like acting and stuff like that. But then again, with this one, they've always in the film tried to make it a different Alfred, an earlier version of Alfred. With that, in the original, I don't think the original comics. I can't really say the original comics because they're going back to the 30s. But like in the 80s and all that, they made him next Special Forces.
Yeah.
You know, so
well, you got more. You can do more with him if he's got that kind of training, because he is, without that training, he's a very vulnerable character.
Yeah.
You know, whereas if he's got training, you know that
he can look after himself as well.
Bruce would be more inclined to let him, leave him alone, and trust him with certain things because he's got training.
And also Alfred, most of the promo shots we've seen him, he's either in a long bloody raincoat, or he's in mechanic overalls, with a shirt and tie on underneath. Ever the butler like.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't think they've made him a butler-esque in this. He's like, he doesn't live with Bruce Wayne. He's what you call it. He lives in a condo like next door or something.
Some of the shots we've seen, well, like with Bruce pulling the blanket off one of his cars,
the Aston Martin. Yeah,
that's Wayne Manor.
No, that's his condo. You can see
his condo.
You can see the glass house.
I was going to say because the layout is very different to what you'd expect for Wayne Manor.
You see the glass house and the lake.
Yeah.
Wayne Manor's in disrepair.
Yeah, they have included.
Yeah, that. Well, you've seen that in trailers and that.
Yeah.
And, like he's walking through the field towards away from Wayne Manor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in the B-roll, you see him going into Wayne Manor. We'd see him, or the Wayne Manor, graveyard.
Yeah. Have you got any sort of worries going into this film now? As we're closer, have you seen anything that worries you about it?
Nope.
No?
Nope. I'm not worried at all. In Zack Snyder, we trust. I'm looking forward to Gal Gadot, or Gal Gadot, as Wonder Woman. I know John Campea in his spoiler-free review, but not a review. He was just talking about it.
He said his initial thoughts about it.
Initial thoughts, which were quite insightful in a way. But, John Campea can be a bit harsh at times.
Yeah.
In anything, I've been watching the guy for years on YouTube channels and movie reviews and stuff like that, and I'm a fan, and I do agree with some of the stuff he says. I disagree, and I can't really agree or disagree with what he said about Gal Gadot, because I haven't seen it yet.
No.
But to be honest,
she's not the main focus of this film.
No, if she's wooden, she's wooden.
Yeah.
To be honest, as long as it's still believable for me, it doesn't take me out of it.
No. And he did say she has some good lines.
Yeah,
from
exactly.
what we're told, so.
I'm not going to count the lines.
No, I won't count them.
No.
No, that's not what it's about.
I'm not even going to estimate the lines.
You can have 2 lines in a film if they're really meaningful,
Yeah, and she could say, not a girl like me, Mr. Wayne.
Yeah.
Well, that would ruin it for me, because that to me is wooden and I ain't got a clue what to do it.
Yeah.
And she's got some acting. She was in Fast and Furious films.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't require much.
No, it doesn't require much. No.
It's got Super Vin in it.
Super Vin.
Super Vin.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing Batman v Superman podcast, really. So if we're going to mention Vin, we're going to mention Super Vin.
Super Vin.
Oh
dear God. Yeah. Isn't The Rock gonna? I'm only gonna sidetrack for a second.
What, Rockman?
Isn't The Rock gonna play Shazam?
Shazam or Black Adam?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Well, The Rock was banging on about it a year ago.
Yeah.
Weren't he on Twitter and YouTube, Facebook, and all that, and doing all these videos about where he always has one hand up when he does the videos.
Yeah.
Always one hand. We are gonna. Yes and no and ooh and ah and my muscles and I'm getting cramp. I shouldn't get cramp because I use my arms a lot in the gym.
Yeah.
Iron jungle, iron paradise, and all that. Hashtag I have herpes. I hate hashtags, but
I mean, one thing that and Rock is the occasional questionable movie choice, but he's The Rock, so he gets away with it mostly.
San Andreas, anyone?
San Andreas, yeah.
Hercules, anyone?
Yeah, those were the 2 in my head. Yeah.
No, Hercules.
I haven't been able to watch it.
I've watched it.
Can't
It
bring myself
started
to watch
off
it.
good, and then it just went. And
Yeah.
even my missus, who can be quite forgiving.
Yeah.
That was Batman reference from Batman Begins when he goes, forgiving.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I'd bring that in.
Very nice.
You didn't get it, that's why I thought I'd
Yeah,
explain
it was that subtle.
It was.
Yeah.
You get it now?
Yeah, I got it now.
yeah.
I got it.
She's not the most forgiving. The eyebrow didn't go up like he said it in the film. As I am.
Yeah.
And she gave up a lot earlier than I did in that film, in Hercules.
Right.
I think she started, well, I'm going to do some work.
Yeah.
While I carried on sitting here, hoping that he actually thought that it was on his head. Which he does.
Yeah.
Not as good as I thought it was, you know.
No.
You know, it's like that old bloody, tuna advert or salmon advert where the man is fighting the bear and the bear does the rope-a-dope.
That's one of my favourite adverts.
Yeah, the bear does
the alley shuffle.
Yeah, the alley shuffle and a bit of rope-a-dope because he's rope-a-dope and then all that, and you're thinking, now that should have been the fight between the Rock and the Lion.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Then the lion wins by kicking the Rock in the balls. You know.
Well, I mean, we're talking about him having some questionable movie choices. Ben Affleck's had a few stinkers, some good ones, obviously as well.
Well, yeah.
The early thoughts from Cabia mentioned it. I've heard
Because
people say he is
quintessential Batman.
The quintessential Batman.
Yeah.
That's a big call.
I gotta admit, Affleck was bombing Phantoms, yo.
I mean, he's been, obviously, we know what nearly happened with Daredevil. Thank God they rescued it. We'll talk about that.
Well, in 2000,
later on.
yeah, in there was a sizzle reel for Daredevil, an R-rated one.
Yeah.
Like 2008 was being released on YouTube recently.
Okay.
I haven't watched it. I'm gonna watch it, but you know.
Yeah, but I mean that wasn't great. But
no,
I would expect him to be much better here. Even from the trailers, I like him better here already than I did in Daredevil.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. So I'm hoping he delivers, because when he was first announced, I was one of the people who was not happy. Straight away, the instant reaction. But as I said on another podcast, previously,
he's grown on you.
Yeah, he's grown on me. The more it's gone along, I've seen him as Bruce now.
I'm gonna throw my hand out there.
Yeah.
I didn't naysay any of that.
No.
Well, do you
some
know what?
People didn't.
I think because we were working together when we found out.
Yeah.
And I remember you going, "Oh, it's going to be awful."
Oh, I had a face on.
Yeah, I remember, and I said, "Well, he's got the animated series chin."
Didn't I answer you with Daredevil?
Yeah, you did. I said he's got the chin for it. Because we've always wanted to see an animated Batman-esque.
Oh yeah, with the massive chin.
But, well, it's not that chin. It's square chin. It's a good chin.
Square jaw.
It's not the recent, Batman cartoons with the Banana Man chin.
The Banana Man.
Which I can't stand.
Oh, my God.
I don't even watch them. I don't condone them. Children should not watch them.
I'm not going to pretend I didn't watch Banana Man, though. I did.
No. Banana Man's cool.
Every time Eric eats a banana, yes.
He becomes Banana Man!
Yeah, so I've got high hopes for him now as Batman, as Ben Affleck.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy I weren't one of the naysayers.
It's hard to get a read on Henry Cavill from what we've seen as well.
I'm still going that he's obviously got better.
Yeah.
If you've seen Man from U.N.C.L.E., that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Amy Adams will be good. Amy Adams is just good.
Jeremy Irons be good. Lawrence Fishburne will be good.
Yeah.
I got a feeling it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And we got to also talk about there's got to be some bits where what's his name turns up.
Who's that?
Aquaman.
Aquaman. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that.
And also we got to have a Flash bit.
Flash for Justice League.
Yeah. We got to. Okay. I'd love to see the Flash bit. I'd love to see is him just running by. He runs and stops and comes back, looks at them two kicking their asses and goes, "Oh," and then runs off.
Oh, that'd be brave, wouldn't it?
That would be awesome. Them two fucking fighting.
Because they are going really serious with this by the look of it. I mean, it's obviously looks comic booky. If you look at the the way that it's, the way it's framed and everything in the trailer, it does look like a comic book in places.
Yeah.
So we know it's going to be that.
I just had an idea in my head, actually, as I said that.
Yeah.
Was you got Batman and Superman going out, and you got Wonder Woman standing on the sidelines getting ready to walk in. And next thing you know, Flash runs up, stops, looks at her, looks at them, and then runs away. And next thing you know, then you hear the roar of the cave troll. I mean, Doomsday, not cave troll.
Yeah.
And then it all goes to shit.
Yeah. I mean, I really can't wait. The fact that I have to work another 2 days before I get to see this is depressing the hell out of me.
Do you know what's even worse?
What's that?
I'm off currently.
So
I can't work.
No, that's true.
I have access to watching, rewatching all the crap and possibly reading spoilers when I don't want to.
Well, you said earlier watching Man of Steel before.
Oh yeah, that's
today,
tonight or tomorrow day.
How many of those people who hate Man of Steel do you think will still watch it just
to
get current? Yeah,
I love Man of Steel.
It's a good film.
I love it.
I know that it's not perfect, but it's very good.
It's awesome.
I still think it's the best Superman film.
It's the best Superman film we've had.
Yeah, Superman 2 close behind, maybe. I think. I do love Superman.
I love Superman 2, but I love the fight with Superman and Nuclear Man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Nuclear Man, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Did you say we were talking about Superman 4? You said about a classic moment from
Superman. That is a classic moment of Superman 4.
And I was like, and then you were like, it's the only one.
No, there's two classic moments of Superman 4.
Oh, we got two now then. Yeah.
We got two. We've got the where he stops the London Underground.
Yeah.
So Lois.
That's the one we were talking about.
Yeah, he gets 1 foot electrocuted while he's stopping it. It looks like under London Underground. And the other classic moment was walking in the courtroom.
And his boots made of rubber. Electrocuted, didn't he, if your boots made of rubber?
Oh no, he's not getting electrocuted. He's Superman.
Sorry, it just occurred to me. I never thought about that before.
He's Superman. He's not getting electrocuted at all.
No, I mean, I'm sure he'll be fine. Yeah.
It's like Christopher Reeve. Nothing can kill him other than a horse.
Yeah. Oh.
It's not too soon. It's been years. I love the man. He brought me up, basically.
Yeah. Eminem did a rap about Christopher Reeve, and then in a song like a few years down the line, he kind of like said that he loved Superman. He had his like sticker on his refrigerator right next to Darth Vader. Yeah. So yeah, I think Christopher
rap
Reeve,
is not real music.
Yeah. I really want to do a podcast on that one day.
Yeah, I want to be there going.
Convincing Wayne that rap is good.
It's not. It's like convincing me Feminist Month would be my favourite month. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Which is going to be a hard convince.
Yeah.
Because I've seen Deadpool and I've seen what they do for Feminist Week or whatever it is.
Yeah.
No.
I can't even really talk about that. I really want to see Deadpool.
That touched you in strange places, didn't it?
It's not touching me in strange places.
I don't know. You said you can't talk about it. Like, it probably did.
Can't talk, can't walk. Yeah.
Well, what if one day a doctor comes in with skinny fingers? You always want a doctor with skinny fingers.
I don't like where this is going. That's what I'd say to the doctor too.
And he has to. Yeah. Well, you.
Yeah. Boy, did we.
But you do. You go to the doctors. You're like, wow. I'm in my 30s. Not in great shape.
You're upsetting me.
The knee is buggered, the hip is buggered. Right now.
You talking about me or you?
Me.
Could be either.
Me, the hip and knee. You lower half down. You should be dead.
The hip is going now. I played football Saturday and the hip is going.
Yeah, true. Yeah. You're dead waist down, like dude. So, I'm surprised you keep walking. But no rapping here, boy.
No, that's Catatonia. She sounds like us too.
Yeah. Bit more raspier voice.
Give me some more Batman Superman before I get scared of talking about doctors and what they might do.
I'm going to see mine tomorrow. That should be fun.
Yeah.
The Batmobile is awesome. Very reminiscent of the Arkham Knight Batmobile. Yeah. But then again, they roughly designed them roughly the same time, though, didn't they?
It's got what I like to call the vroom.
It's got the vroom.
Yeah.
The vavavoom.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen like a clip in the trailer, isn't it, when it gets clipped by Superman. And it
doesn't get clipped. It's driving along. Well, twice it gets wrecked, I think. Or that could be the bat plane that's gone down. Do you know? There's two bits twice where the car gets wrecked. Where one, Batman's driving and Superman's in the middle of the road, and you see him. He puts the brake on, hits him, spins out, and then that's where we get the classic Batman standing up, and you got Superman there, and it's like, do you bleed?
Yeah.
You will. And
he says that to him as he's flying away as well. Doesn't
he? You will. Because we all thought when we saw the original teaser he says that while he's lighting up the light, but he doesn't say that while lighting up the light.
No, they edited that.
That's even better. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
here.
Yeah.
It's like my bad. You got me.
Yeah. Do you have an idea about
turned on my light.
Where you think the film will end?
Oh, I haven't finished talking about the two bits.
Yeah? Oh, I'm sorry. Carry on.
Yeah,
Carry on. We'll get there. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll get there. We got time.
Yeah. I'm relaxed.
And the other bit. Yeah, yes, you are. The other bit is, do you know where you see him? He's strapped in, and you just see what seems to be Doomsday shooting his laser /fire /beam.
Oh yeah.
/ from his face, eyes and mouth, and then you see Superman just go, oh shh. And then it cuts off.
Yeah.
And then that's when we get the Wonder Woman with the shield in the trailer. Well, that's a trashed vehicle.
Okay.
Not too sure if it's the car or what's left of the Batplane, but the Batplane looks like it's a one-seater and this looks like it's a two-seater. So it could be the car. Also, in the background of Wonder Woman things, there is a trashed vehicle that looks like the shape of the Batmobile behind her.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
Possibilities, and means there's still hope that we'll get to see the Michael Keaton era Batmobile in Affleck Batman films.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that so much.
My favourite Batmobile. Yeah.
I've got it. I bought the skin for Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
So I could run around as Keaton Batman.
Oh, brilliant.
And I paid the $149 for it.
Is that what it is?
It was.
I might go back and play just to do that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is now. It was on sale when I got it.
Yeah.
I got the Keaton first Batman film skin.
Yeah. And
you get the car as well.
Oh, can we mention you were the one who found this?
What?
On the PlayStation Store.
Oh yeah, the PlayStation Store. The Division was down, so
yeah.
Me and the lads were bored. So we started looking at PlayStation Plus stuff.
Yeah.
And PlayStation stuff, and I found the theme for Batman v Superman.
Yeah, so it's a revolving wallpaper in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, it starts off with Batman, Superman, goes then to Wonder Woman, Lex, Lois Lane,
Batman in the armor,
Alfred, and then Batman in the armor.
Yeah.
It's Batman in the armor anyway.
Yeah.
It's just revolving. You've got the music, the theme tune.
What the theme tune?
Yeah. You've got all that in it, and it's great. I wanted to leave it playing while we were doing the podcast. Gas said no licensing laws. I said, but I've just left my PlayStation on, and he's like, yeah. So
you can't use that as a defense.
I'm
no lawyer. I'm no Matt Murdock. However,
look, I've seen courtroom dramas. If I used a Chewbacca defense,
the Chewbacca defense.
Yeah, he can't speak English. You know, you seen Family Guy? Chewbacca defense?
I think so. Yeah, that rings a bell.
It's an old one.
Yeah.
But if I used the Chewbacca defense, I think I could get off this bad boy. You know.
Yeah, but no, it's great. So anyone who hasn't got it, has got a PS4, I would suggest going on and looking for that. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you can get it on PS3. I'm not sure. Maybe.
I don't know. I could check. I got my PlayStation 3 there. I could set it. I could turn it on and find out.
Yeah,
I might actually do that. Actually, you know, so I've got them both.
Yeah.
You know, because when I'm whipping out the old PlayStation 3 to play a bit of Skyrim, which I do.
Yeah.
I could.
People still playing that.
I love that game.
Yeah.
So much. My character looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and whenever I go to kill someone, I was like, "Feel my steel."
You have to get like 7 million add-ons for it though.
Oh.
No, that's what I heard. I haven't played it myself. I can't.
I've got the Legendary Edition, so I've got all the updated stuff and everything.
Oh, right, okay.
And, you know, I do bad Arnold Schwarzenegger puns while I'm playing.
God, doesn't everyone do bad Arnold Schwarzenegger puns all the time anyway?
I do at work.
I do.
You know I do at work every so often, you know.
It's like Drago as well. I do Drago puns.
Drago puns as well. You know, but I'm more of a I omit the get to the chopper stuff.
Yeah.
It's more like Conan or stuff like that.
One of my favourite ones.
You know.
Hey, light bulb. Hey, Christmas tree. Running Man. Yeah. I literally got thousands of them stored in my head. That's not even a quip or anything. He just shouts that at the guy. Yeah. Where's Buzzsaw? He had to split. Yeah. Amazing.
Totally
We
cool.
shouldn't. Do you know what? We shouldn't mention Schwarzenegger on a Batman Superman because it'll invoke memories of Batman and Robin. Oh dear God. This is better than Batman and Robin already.
The only one that got out of Batman and Robin smiling
Yeah.
was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Because it's freezing time tonight. Because his Bang Ballast was so sweet after that. It was red hot.
I think Uma probably did well out of it too.
That was Batman Forever.
Uma?
Was she had Bane?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Third one was obviously Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee.
Yeah. Didn't Arnold just say, "Are you to Bane? Are you work out?"
Yeah, that was the worst version of Bane you could possibly have. I think, wasn't it? That was terrible.
That weren't Bane.
Yeah.
That he looked like the comic Bane, but they made Bane a dumbass, and Bane is not a dumbass.
No, that's not the Bane character at all.
No, Bane is very intelligent.
It's not the one I know anyway.
It's not the one I know from the comics and that.
Yeah.
You know, he is very a strategic, very strategic man.
As we're talking Batman Superman, and we're going to see Batman films, down the road now.
Yeah.
Just to speculate, do you think we'd see another Bane?
No,
Get him in?
they're going to stay away from stuff like that. I reckon they're going to go back with the classic bad guys for
obviously Joker.
they're establishing him in Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, Harley.
But I reckon they're going to have they will have classic Batman bad guys. You know, they're going to stay away from the bad taste ones for a while.
Yeah.
Like, they'll stay away from Two-Face. He's not a bad taste, but because he was in the Nolan verse,
Yeah.
I reckon they'll stay away from them.
Yeah.
As such, like, we won't have Bane, we won't have Scarecrow. Even though I reckon they could do so much more with Scarecrow, it'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, with the way that they go in now.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I like the Scarecrow character in the last one.
I loved him. I thought he was really good.
And he's a good actor, isn't he? Anyway.
And he survived all three. Cillian Murphy did.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Or Cillian Murphy. I don't know how they pronounce his name.
Because the Nolan trilogy is quite serious. There's only so far you can push a Scarecrow character without it seeming silly, which they did very well. But in this one, we could go a lot further with him.
Oh, exactly. But I'd like to see the Joker, obviously.
Yeah, and we're going to see that, yeah.
I'd like to see a penguin, a new penguin, a good penguin.
Yeah, that's a shout. Danny DeVito's the last one in the movies.
Yeah, I know. Oh, in Gotham, they've got Pee-wee playing Penguin's father.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm not that far along yet.
But he played Penguin's father.
I'm on a break from Gotham just because I've had other stuff to watch.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
But we had Pee-wee play Penguin's father in Batman Returns anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's why I'm like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure's been added to Netflix. Pee-wee's Holiday, something like that, new one that's released now.
Have they got Pee-wee's Cinema Adventure?
Oh, I can't remember.
No. Do you know what that is?
No.
He got arrested in the 90s for doing something in the cinema that you're supposed to.
I forgot I had Orangeade.
Oh, is that what that noise was about?
Yeah, it shocked me. I
From
thought
your Star Wars collectible cup.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Kylo.
Yeah, here's me like drinking energy drinks and yet almost horizontal. Yeah.
Yeah, get back to the source material.
Yeah, so Wonder Woman. Okay, we mentioned Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's getting a film too. Yeah, next year.
They're filming it now.
Yeah.
You got Chris Pine in it. You got
Any idea where they go?
Well, they're gonna start at the beginning. I think where she comes into this world. I assume where she gets her powers from and that. I know they're going through the World War One.
Right.
Up to modern time. Up to BVS. So.
What, like a prequel story?
Yeah, it's prequel.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how they're doing it.
Interesting idea.
Yeah, that's how they're doing it. That's all I know so far. And what pictures we've had online. That's about it. We haven't had so much. We had the big CW
Yeah.
event where they showed all this, and which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
I watched it on YouTube. Kevin Smith was the presenter.
Yeah.
He got Harley Quinn's baseball bat and gave it to his daughter,
Oh,
who's also
yeah.
named Harley Quinn.
I saw that. That was
So
cool.
I thought that was really cool. Like, and
I did try and get. I don't know if I've said this before. I tried to get my daughter. That was one of the names I suggested.
really,
I didn't even know Kevin Smith had a daughter called that.
no.
I had no idea, but it was just when I'm trying to think of names.
And to be honest, I've always followed Kevin Smith for years. Ever since I first saw, the first film I saw of his was Mallrats
Yeah.
years ago.
Mine was Jay and Silent Bob.
Was it?
Yeah.
Mallrats was mine, and it was years ago. Dogma was already out, if I remember, because it was the video shop in Creasing before it closed.
Yeah.
They had Mallrats on video, and I hired it because I was working in the butchers at the time.
Oh, okay.
And I used to get my 20 quid a day. I used to go get a film. The guy would let me hire anything except for porn.
Yeah.
I was about 15.
Yeah.
He said, no porn, but I can hire anything I wanted.
Oh, okay.
And I saw that, and I was like, well, at this point, I watched loads.
Did
of
you at
that
any
place.
point sneak Basic Instinct through as a normal film? It's essentially softcore porn.
That never really interested me.
No.
It's Michael Douglas, and
I did have a bit of love for Sharon Stone. I'm not gonna lie.
we all did.
Yeah.
But no,
Everyone has in Hollywood and on screen anyway.
on screen, yeah.
I'm sure in
she,
personal life she's a very respectable lady.
she's been liberal on screen, and that's what a character needs.
Yes.
So she's happy to do it.
It's actually a Batman reference for Sharon Stone. Do you know what it is?
Go on.
It's a tough one. Do you remember that? I don't think we've ever mentioned this. One of the most horrific things ever created around a comic book, sort of loosely, was Halle Berry's Catwoman.
She was
Sharon Stone
was the bad girl in
was
it.
the bad girl.
Yeah. Sorry, that film's that bad. I don't want to talk about it.
Made of diamonds, I think it was.
Something like that. Yeah, I did watch it once.
It was atrocious.
It's on Netflix. You can watch it anytime
It's
you want.
amazing that Catwoman as a character survived from that. It's incredible. Well done, Anne Hathaway.
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
That they think they want it on PSN.
Yeah.
Charge you $2.49 for it.
Really?
Yeah,
They charge him for that?
they're charging for that. It's under DC, isn't it?
Wow. I'd expect to have money given to me to watch that again.
I expect them not to actually put it on the list, but they've got their DC section now. So
Any suggestion a Catwoman would appear? I asked about Bane. Any suggestion a Catwoman would appear in this version of the universe?
yeah, they'll give Catwoman another run.
Yeah, in one of the Batman films, yeah.
Good film with Ben Affleck. They've aged him in this,
Mm-hmm.
and was he 39 now? Anyway,
He may even be older than that. I'm not sure. Ben Affleck seems to have been around.
he's
even when I
either
was younger.
39. He's maybe 42.
Yeah.
He's around there.
Yeah, I trust your shout on that ahead of mine, but
Yeah, but
he's been around a long time, but he was young when he came around.
he was very young. Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting, yeah.
Great film.
Who was he in that with?
It was Matt Damon.
Matt
Damon. And Robin Williams, the late and great Robin Williams.
Yeah, we never talked about Robin Williams much. I love
No,
Robin Williams.
so did I. 43 actually.
Really? Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, that does make sense. He's been around a long
But
time.
he doesn't look like he's 43, so he can play a younger Batman, not 20 years younger,
No.
but he can play a 10 years younger Batman, say.
As good looking a guy as he is, there's definitely some experience in those eyes.
Yeah, he can play a 35-year-old Batman, say.
Yeah.
And with that 35-year-old Batman, you could bring so many characters in,
Yeah.
you know, and we could see a Catwoman,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm not sure what they do now with the next Batman film. I think I've got to see Suicide Squad first because he's in that.
Well, yeah, they are gonna. That's apparently after BVS.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that because it means at the end of BVS,
Yeah.
there's not going to be imminent destruction
No.
because Suicide Squad is actually after it.
Yeah. Yeah. And to be fair, because the two films are coming out so close together, for people like us, we could go to say if Suicide Squad was like a prequel type thing, we would be able to follow that. But the general public,
who make up the extra money,
Civilians.
that's going to be confusing. You
Yeah.
know, if you just suddenly jump back again, they're going to want to see where it goes next. It's kind of the way Marvel do it, isn't it?
Yeah, but the way I'm thinking, well, they're basically using Marvel's template in a way.
Yeah.
But they're having a prequel for Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But with Suicide Squad, he's not in it a lot.
No, we know that he appears. You know,
Exactly. So we know he's not getting a new suit at the end of PVS.
No.
We know he's not going to die.
Yeah. I don't think anybody assumes that. I mean,
you don't know. They could.
It's not a spoiler because we don't know. But,
we don't know.
But I would be. I don't think they're killing Batman.
With the trailers of Suicide Squad, they are giving some stuff away, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
With thing. Also, then what is the threat in Suicide Squad? That threat, the threat they've got in Suicide Squad, will be connected to the threat they can have in Justice League. I can see that now.
Yeah.
They've got to.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to get a different type of Batman type movie with the Justice League because they're not going to be really concerned about what the bad guys are doing now.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it's fantastic, all these characters. You just hope they're able to knit it together the way Marvel have over the last sort of almost 10 years now.
Marvel haven't, though.
Well, there's certain discrepancies, but if you look at, I mean, like, as soon as the Avengers came around, you pretty much knew a lot of those characters weren't going away.
Yeah, but Marvel, do you know where you got Iron Man's bad guys and all that, and you got the only bad guy from any of the characters really, any of the other films, is Loki, and he's the one that's caused problems.
Yeah.
But in this, we've got now the Suicide Squad. That's bloody fucking Deadshot. Well, Deathstroke, Slade Wilson, who's ex-military, and Clint Eastwood's son is playing Slade Wilson, who turns out to be turns into Deathstroke later.
Yeah.
But and you've got bloody you've got Harley Quinn, you've got the Joker, you've got all them doing their thing, but they're all out in the open.
Yeah.
You got Randall and that.
Yeah.
And they're all out in the open.
My guess is that the next sort of...
they got all them out in the open.
Yeah.
Marvel haven't done that at all.
No.
So that's the thing they're going to have to deal with, DC.
Yeah.
They've got Batman's villains running around.
Yeah.
Which he spent years locking up. We already know the Joker's already running around anyway.
Yeah.
But we've got Harley Quinn and all them. They're the bad guys, but they're doing something good. And that threat they've got to deal with, which I'm still convinced we're going to have a Poison Ivy there somewhere.
Yeah, I would like that.
I'd like that, and they've got to make her super sexy.
Yeah.
We're talking Arkham game sexy.
It's a shame that Amy Adams is tied up being Lois.
And I'd rather see. People may say it's feminist. I want to see boobs everywhere. With my Poison Ivy. Them things. The only thing that's protecting them is 2 leaves on the nipples. Just
see
going
what
up.
Jerry Halliwell.
No, God no! Have you seen her recently? No way.
I haven't. And I think there's a reason for that.
I still think Jerry Halliwell's awesome. I still do, and I have. My favourite Spice Girl has always been like Mel B and Mel C. Do you know, I
honestly never thought we would mention the Spice Girls on the podcast, but there we go.
Yeah,
I'll take the blame.
That's fine.
Do it.
10 years ago, Angelina Jolie could.
Well, yeah. Do you know what? That might not have been bad back in the day.
10 years
We'll see
ago.
it now, but yeah, I'd like a redhead.
You can make anyone redhead nowadays. Look at Mary Jane in Raimi Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
You can make anyone a redhead. I don't know. That's the thing. I can't think of anyone with the right breastage.
Yeah.
The unadulterated airbags. The 2 perfectly sized bumpers.
Well, I'll expect an answer from you next week.
Oh no, you're going to get an answer, but I don't want to put that in my Google history.
No, you can't go and Google busty redheads.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. Won't go down well with the future.
I'm just trying to think. Oh, wow. She's a redhead.
Yeah. Careful.
She's she's unfortunately not tall enough to play Poison Ivy, but she's not my Poison Ivy, because if I said that, she'd kill me.
Dude,
I'm digging now, but I would love to see
Tell me what she's in. I'll see if I can help you if you've got someone in mind.
She plays poker now, but she's a little old.
Poker?
Now she does. She's a little old to do it.
Oh no, you've got me now.
She was in Noah. She was in the Seed of Chucky.
Oh yeah, I got no idea.
And I think she's.
I didn't watch Seed of Chucky. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I've seen all the Chucky films. Love them.
I've seen the, the really good ones.
I've seen them all.
Saw them again at far too young an age as well.
Jennifer Tilly.
Jennifer Tilly. I don't know if I know her.
You don't know Jennifer Tilly?
I don't think so.
Absolutely amazing. She's amazing. She's amazing.
Oh yeah, I do know her. I didn't know that was her name, but I do know her. Yeah.
She is amazing.
Okay, yeah.
And she's
I've just been shown a picture, and I do know her.
She's a little older now, but she's like amazing at poker now.
Yeah.
But her voice is really like squeaky.
Okay.
But
So well, I mean, that's if we see an Ivy. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would be good though. I would like that.
I'd like to see a Poison Ivy. The milk machines must be of the right proportion.
How many Batman films do you think there'll be? Because if we're going to see more villains, there's a certain amount in Suicide Squad that he's going to have to take care of. Is there going to be room for these extras in future to see Poison Ivy or to see, other characters like that? Or Penguin, as you mentioned. I don't know if there'll be. It depends how long this is going for. Like with. Sorry, I keep referring to Marvel, but it's the obvious comparison. Is Marvel now 2019? Is that when we're done with Infinity Wars? I think that's what everyone classes to be the end of the current run.
Mm.
And so then it'll be going for like 12 years. So if we say that they started with Man of Steel, when did Man of Steel come out? 12 or 11? 12?
Man of Steel was 13.
Was it 13? Was that late? Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they're doing the same thing, we're going for a long time yet. Ben Affleck will be in his 50s by then.
Yeah, we've got a long one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just googled who could play. See.
Did you find another?
They're the type of breastage I'm looking for. There's a picture of Poison Ivy at her best.
Yeah.
I've just shown you. It's an artist rendition,
that's the
obviously.
best one.
And I don't know what is.
I don't know if we'll see Ivy. I would like it, but I don't know if we'll see her.
No, I don't think we will, but I'd like it.
Yeah. So this is a Superman film, essentially. This is Man of Steel's follow-up. Okay, so going forward, have they announced? Have they put a slate out? There'll be this many Batman films. There'll be this many.
No,
Superman
they haven't
films.
put anything about Batman out.
No.
They've put the slate out for what films we got coming. We've got this, BVS, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. This Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Justice League, Flash.
We're gonna see a Flash.
Yeah, we're going to Flash film.
That's cool.
And then we got Justice League Part 2, and that's all my memory is right now.
Yeah.
And they've got some others to be confirmed in there, so I'm thinking there'll be a Man of Steel 2 in there.
There's going to be another Superman, surely.
And there's going to be another. There's going to be another. What you call it in there? There's got to be a Batman one in there and all.
Oh, absolutely. He's got to be able to play Batman in his own film. I mean, what's the point otherwise?
Exactly.
The first Batman film, I think we'll definitely see Joker, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, because I got a feeling the first Batman film is the catch-up to BVS.
Yeah.
And the catch-up is... they might actually finish it where he turns up in Metropolis Bank.
Yeah.
Turns up in... where basically they're gonna do a big catch-up.
Okay.
But it's gonna be... where...
Have they announced that, or is it just that?
No, this is
yeah?
my hunch. Not hunch, me surmising really.
Mm-hmm.
Me hoping to see him take down Killer Croc.
Yeah.
Crazy
they're doing Killer Croc.
I know, man. Killer Croc and Batman going toe to toe.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
One of my favourite parts of the games is
when you're in the Arkham Asylum, when you're taking out Killer Croc
and he's chasing you and you have to it's really good.
It's really good. And take down Killer Croc. I'd love to see him against Killer Croc. Love to see him against Firefly.
Yeah.
You know, because Firefly's always buzzing around, and you could use Batman and use his grappling hook to get up there or pull him down to give him a bit of a pasting and stuff like that.
Firefly has been in
Gotham. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Gotham are ruining all my my characters.
You've got to watch it. You've got to watch it to know.
No.
Season 2 is good. You should take the time.
I don't know.
I'm not going to force you, but you should.
They made Bruce Wayne too young at first.
Well, maybe.
They made him the right age for his parents to die, but they made him too young to push this season up.
Yeah.
I know they're trying to make it a story of Jim Gordon.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, to me, he's the main character. If I think of Gotham, I think of him. I don't think of Bruce.
Mm.
So, but I suppose it is called Gotham.
Yeah.
You know,
they haven't called it Batman.
No, they haven't called it. But they haven't called it Young Batman or anything like that. Which is probably the worst thing they could have called it if they'd done it.
Yeah.
Actually, like I've said before, I like young Catwoman in it.
Yeah, she is. What is she? 16, 17?
I'm not sure.
The girl.
She's good.
She's beautiful.
Yeah,
she's going to be a beautiful woman when she grows up.
She's a good actress. There's something about her when she's on screen that holds your attention.
She started off in a dance crew or something. She's in a dance crew.
A lot of them start like that.
Yeah.
It's the foot in the door, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I read that. I think someone actually told me that. I didn't read that.
Yeah.
I must have. Oh. Has she got a wiki page? I haven't actually checked it yet. She might have
I'm
already.
not sure.
They all have. Once they've been on TV once, they have a wiki page.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
My wiki page would have been done substantial, then done a podcast.
Yeah.
And complained a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're.
Well, my take on it quickly is I know I asked you like how you think the film will end up and that kind of thing. I think
buddy, but not so buddy.
Yeah, and I think if we get an end credit scene, which is the in thing,
they've got to.
I personally think it will be a Suicide Squad leader.
Yeah, of course they will. It could. Do you know?
A while ago, it didn't seem that way.
Do you know what would be a good end credit scene?
What's that?
Them handing Bruce, Alfred handing Bruce Wayne a manifest of inmates just been released.
Oh, okay.
And he's there, and you just see the sides of his jaws just clench up, like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know, done the old no.
Yeah.
Bit.
I imagine a scene where they show like a TV with like a scene going on where Batman and Superman are basically saying that, you know, these two have united or what have you.
Yeah.
It's a triumphant scene, but you're in like a room and you just see like Joker laughing or something.
You could, or they could do what they done with Thanos.
Yeah, that's the same kind of
about
vibe,
with Darkseid.
you know? Yeah, Darkseid.
Yeah, you didn't even know Darkseid was a few weeks ago, did you?
Not a great deal.
That's my influence.
I know of him.
Yeah, everyone.
But
knows,
I haven't read it.
Everyone knows the arc of the whole of Darkseid because the Justice League have fought him so many times.
It's just quite famous, you know.
Yeah,
quite a famous character. But yeah, no, I mean, I was more towards the Batman side. Superman I've always liked, but I never went as far down the rabbit hole.
No,
Superman, you know.
I went down the rabbit hole of both.
But that would be cool, and that'll be good for me actually. And I don't want to know too much because if I'm going to see that now, it'll be new to me, I won't go. He's not doing this like he does in the comic, that in the comic. It's hard to avoid.
I just want to see how they deal with bloody Doomsday, because Doomsday cannot die.
Yeah, they're going to find a way, or find a way to banish him or something like that.
What, to the Phantom Zone?
The Phantom Zone, yeah.
That's where he got out of. Well, not in this case. Now they've given him a new origin. Yeah. But they haven't actually said if it is Doomsday, though.
No.
Everyone on the internet has just said, oh, it's Doomsday.
I think they might surprise us.
They might surprise us that saying it's not actually Doomsday.
Yeah.
But it looks a bit like Doomsday. Doomsday ain't got the rocky beard and all that. But
have we mentioned Lex at all?
Lex Luthor. No, we haven't actually mentioned Lex.
Seems to be that some of the early reviews are saying that he's pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to... I don't want to put any assumptions there, because he did play Mark Zuckerberg, didn't he?
He did. Really well, too, because you wanted to punch him in the face, and that's kind of what you want to do with Mark Zuckerberg a lot of the time.
You know, he's rich for ruining people's lives.
Yeah.
Well, if you use it properly, you don't get ruined, but if you're foolish, like most people are, you'll end up having multiple girlfriends, breaking up, and putting your history on Facebook, which I don't agree with.
Yeah.
You know, I can't wait.
I really can't wait now.
Can't wait. I'm glad we've spent like nearly an hour talking about this.
Yeah, have we?
Yeah, we're almost an hour now.
I hope it went as quick for anyone listening as it did.
Yeah, I think we can't say much more about Lex because I don't know. They made him giddy and very Riddlerish for me.
Yeah, you said that a while ago.
Riddler-esque for me. Yeah, I did, but I want to watch it.
Yeah, that's it. Now I'm at the place now. I just want to watch it now.
Just want to watch it now. I've waited so long. I waited so long for Star Wars that came out. Loved it. I'm building up for this now. Like the excitement is the same now that it was for Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about it. I get goosebumps sometimes thinking about it. I'm like, whoa.
If you want, then, unless you've got anything else to talk about, I will ask you one last question. Okay, which is like for you, of all people, one of the most difficult questions to answer.
All right.
Because of your tattoo choice.
Batman and Superman. Yeah.
Yeah. So is it Team Soups or Team Bats?
That's a hard one. So I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be like Switzerland in World War II here.
Oh, you're gonna stay in the middle.
I'm gonna stay in the middle. Do you know why? Because I love them both equally.
Oh, okay.
Secretly,
I think you should. I think you should have been edgy. I thought you were actually gonna nail one down then, but I get it.
I could nail one down. Now you give me that question. I have asked myself that question, and I haven't answered it.
I'm lucky because my two guys, I don't have to choose between. They're in different universes.
Exactly.
So I'm lucky there.
Yeah. What is yours? Stupid question.
Team Bats.
Team Batman. Yes, indeed.
I love Superman for the record, but Batman for me is the greatest thing ever created.
Yeah,
on a page, on a TV screen.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a hard question for me.
Yeah, I understand you can't answer. You have a tattoo of either, so
I have a tattoo.
It's basically saying I regret a tattoo.
I don't regret a tattoo.
I know.
No,
I know. That's what I mean.
And I don't regret not choosing because I love both.
Yeah. I'll do my, when we get to Civil War, which is coming up in the next month.
Oh well, I can choose there.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we're choosing the same there, aren't we?
Yeah.
I would have thought, but we'll save that.
We'll do the Civil.
If anyone's been listening, then they know what we'll choose anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Civil War. We'll do an episode like we done this one, just on Civil War.
Yeah.
Got to.
Do you think they'll drop? DC will drop a Suicide Squad trailer just before Civil War, like Marvel just dropped the Civil War trailer before BVS, as if to say, yeah, we're still good. Mind, look at all this.
Yeah.
They're really stepping it up, aren't they?
Of course they are.
Yeah. So.
But remember the crossovers they done years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
And you got to think of that. But I think that's the podcast for today.
Yeah. Just finally, if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's @PodcastOfStuff, and if you want to email us any questions or feedback, relatively, a little bit of a boost is okay. Only a little bit.
Not too much.
No. That's PodcastOfStuff008@gmail.com.
Yeah, and if we can, we'll try and link the Twitter and YouTube.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much, people. We will be on iTunes soon.
See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.